following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now your hosts,
Barry Church, Danny McCray, and Newy Scruggs.
What is going on? It's another afternoon here at beautiful Dallas. We're in our SWBC studios. And if you're wondering, where's the voice of the Emmy Award-winning reporter / host Newy, he's on assignment right now. So it's your boy B Church, as well as the ultimate survivor, Danny McCray. We got hosting duties today, so we're going to take over our own show. Is that possible, to take over your own show?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I'm like, it's Halloween. You might be dressed up. You are Newy.
I'm Newy right now.
Mary,
I got the sweats.
And I'm you with the dread.
There we go. There we go, man. So,
yeah.
Man, it's wild that we took over our own show. This is our first hosting duties. So, I mean, look, you got to be patient with us. You got to be patient with us out there. So, it's our first certain duties. But I got to dive into this first. I mean, we're going to talk about Cowboys ball and everything going on in that situation because there's a lot to dive into with that. But I got to dive into Survivor. We weren't able. You were gone. You were on assignment, so we didn't get to talk about it on that Thursday show. I know it's been a little bit, but I got to dive into it. Why are people, and I'm going to bring this up before because I brought it up before, but why are people so enthralled with trusting Shan out there? Like, it just blows my mind that, and I know you're going to say, like, oh, well, you're watching the show, you see what's going on in the editing, so you see what's going on, but the way she's approaching people, just like, oh, you got this idol, you got that idol. She outed the one girl who didn't want nobody to know she had an idol, but she outed her. So I'm just like, her characteristics, her flaws out there, they're showing. There's red flags, as they say out there. So I don't know. What's your thoughts on that, man?
Listen,
You was there.
Listen, people make mistakes. All right, it's not a flawless game. And then the show is edited a certain way, right?
Yeah, that's true.
They made sure they edited it so you would see that she made that mistake because probably for the first few episodes, it was so positive. It was like Shan can't do anything wrong. They got to show you that she's
past her.
They got to show you that she's human. And honestly, me watching it back, I didn't know any of this, but now, like me watching the show, she's playing a really, really good game.
She is playing the game well.
One, because you as a viewer are really like in tune with how she's playing. You either like her or you don't like
That's
her,
true.
but you are paying attention to her as a character.
Without a doubt.
And then the people who are on the show are trusting her with all of this stuff. So she's doing something right to us like, all right, well, Shan's going to be the person that I want to tell this. Shan's going to be the person that I want to rock with.
Okay.
Because if you look at it, even after she outs the Liana.
Yeah, up to Tiff.
She still ain't mad at her.
Yeah, that's true.
they still gonna have that conversation about whatever they want to do.
That's true. And it's like my top 3 right now. I'm thinking it's either, if it ain't you, it's gonna be Shan or Rainbow Shorts. I keep forgetting her name. Evie. They're both playing a similar game, manipulating people around there. So I definitely think those are my top 3 right now. I definitely got to ride with my dog. I'm not sure if you win or not, but I got to ride with my dog on that one.
I'm going to tell you this.
What's up?
I'm a competitor.
Yep.
I'm going to say this now because I've been upset for a long time. Ain't no such thing as going back in time, okay?
I was about to bring that up.
I'm just telling you, if I go to Vegas and I sit down at the crap table and the dealer tells me if I hit 21, I'll win, and then I hit it and he snatch it, we throwing hands.
You salty about that?
Yeah, we throwing hands.
Ooh.
Who wants to play a rigged game?
Nobody does.
I wouldn't sit down. We think I'm gonna waste my time to do that. I got other stuff to be doing.
That's just true. So you talking about the whole situation where once you guys got done with winning the first challenge, y'all won that first challenge. You had to send somebody to the island to be by them, the isolated island by themselves, and the other person got to come and enjoy a good meal. So you guys, voted to send Erica to that.
That was slick, by the way, Danny. Paper, rock, scissors.
He did. Yeah, I was. I was like,
let me say this.
Slick.
Listen, where I'm from, people say paper, rock, scissors. I keep hearing the whole with me talking about it's rock, paper, scissors.
It is rock, paper, scissors, though.
Well, we paper, rock, scissors. And CB just said it. That was slick. Paper, rock, scissors.
You was quick on your feet on that one.
I was put on the spot.
You was quick on your feet.
Put on the spot.
Well, you can't dive too much into it, I know, but I got a feeling people are going to be salty about
whatever decision she makes. It doesn't matter. To me, it's just the fact that she has the option to be able to do that.
Yeah.
When if you look back at it, challenge was hard as hell.
It was. Y'all out there, you can tell. You guys are out there, I mean, out of breath. You see Xander out there dying to get people up on his shoulders. I mean, boys look malnourished out there.
It was tough, man. And, you know, people earned they loss and they earned they win, and I think that's the way it should stay.
Yeah.
But that's the game.
That's the game. They trying to switch it
Those
up.
Rocks didn't do the other team any favors, did they? Those Rocks did not do the other team favors.
I mean, most of them got their team that they came in with.
Yeah, that's true.
that's
That's,
what it was.
kind of strange how that happened.
I mean,
but
the only person that maybe was messed over was Heather.
I feel like Heather's going to be on her way out.
But I'm saying, but other than that, you know, Xander was the only male on his team anyway, so he still had all three of his, original team, and then the other ones had two. So just say they split.
I was wondering how they was going to work that out.
Athletic going up that thing by yourself, bro.
Oh yeah,
I was surprised.
I know. I was surprised.
Wow.
This is what you were 2
knew
weeks
he was
in.
gonna be the last
no
one.
food, no nothing. My man's climbed that wall like Miles Morales. All right, he was out there.
You got to be able to operate in burst.
All right, yeah, that was a quick burst. That was.
took my breath. I did my thing. After that, I was tired.
My boy got to the top and was like, oh.
That's all I got. Somebody do it.
Somebody
do
help me
it.
out.
That was nice.
I like how you did that, though.
All right, don't get me in trouble.
Don't
get me in trouble. Okay, move on.
All right, man. So can we dive a little bit? Well, before we dive into this Cowboys situation and what they got going on before they go up to Minnesota and play on that Sunday night, let's talk about the game yesterday a little bit. And look, we knew going into this game before the COVID situations, grabbed Devontae Adams and grabbed Lazard and all that. We knew that this was going to be a good contest. But after that, after they took away Rodgers' main two receiving options out there, now he still had Tunyon, he still had Aaron Jones in the backfield. But when you take so much of his offense, I thought for sure, look, this is going to be a blowout. You know, Arizona was rolling on all cylinders, defensively, offensively. Nobody could stop them. They played against good competition too, so it wasn't like their undefeated record was just fathom, just happened.
Oh, like the Panthers.
Like the Panthers, exactly. It wasn't a Panthers situation. So going into the game, I thought it was going to be a good one. But when he lost those options, I'm like, I even benched Rodgers on my fantasy. I was like, man, here we go. This game's about to be a blowout. But it was nothing but that. Rodgers showed to me how elite he is. I mean, he took basically guys from the practice squad and went out there and what, scored 27? Was it 24?
Yeah, okay. As you do that, though, make sure you give Aaron Jones, he had 150 last night.
Total, right? Total,
okay.
yeah.
So I'm saying, make sure you get that man his due.
This is true.
Without him and that running game being able to play the way that they did, Aaron Rodgers is in total trouble.
Yeah,
they tried to run
time.
that same play that Aaron Rodgers been running for years, where they have number two run to the flat, number one blocks, and he throws it quick and then try to
let them go.
They did it like 15 times last night. That's all they had, and it was getting tackled for loss.
They were
playing it, but then you can lean on the running game and Aaron Jones and Dylan.
And Dylan was looking like the bus out there,
punishing guys.
Oh,
man. And that's why I say, hey, Cowboys, make sure that you can always lean on the run when you get into situations where you have guys injured, like Amari Cooper who's hampered, or you have a Michael Gallup that's out. You can always lean on your run game. So you want to make sure you always keep your running backs in the game, warmed up, ready to go, and let them know that they're involved. That way you could pull out something like you did, like the Packers did against the Cardinals.
So we got to get to the main thing of this game. What happened to A.J. Green in the end zone, right? Was his controller disconnected or something? Like, it just out of nowhere. You know they're running zero blitz, and for those who don't know who zero blitz is everybody across the board is man on man. So you got to win your route quick because they're sending too many people to block. So the quarterback got to get his hands out of there or get the ball out of there quick. What happened there?
Man, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. It looked like that dude thought it was a running play or something.
It did. He went up there blocking.
Yeah, it looked like he needed to get in the playbook because other than that, it's no excuse, right?
None.
Because everybody else that was on the other side of the field, every receiver and all that, they all running the same play. They're running routes, right? And then with DeAndre Hopkins being hampered like he was, you are the guy, right?
Yeah, you become that man.
Yeah, you're running a fade route. Like this is tailored to you, bro. You got size advantage, height advantage over the guy. Like, yes, he's looking your way. The dude didn't even look back.
And this is a guy that's not. It's not like he's going against Jair Alexander or King or even Stokes. This is a guy that they just brought up, and he didn't want to take advantage of that.
Yeah, listen, because I'm sure if he would have known it was a fade route coming to him, that would have been a whole different story,
no doubt.
But it was some type of miscommunication there, where probably just him, or he didn't get the play call right or something. But it was ugly.
It was. It looked bad.
It was ugly, and that cost them the game. They did everything that they needed to do to drive down there to get themselves in position to at least kick a a field goal.
They could have got that. Yeah, at least go to in the back pocket. You're always thinking, all right, I got overtime. And if all else fails, I got overtime. But man, that was ugly. That was ugly last part.
And credit to the Cardinals defense because no matter, to Green Bay's defense, because what we knew about Arizona coming into this game was they were high powered.
Yeah,
now they did lose DeAndre kinda. Then he came back in the third quarter for a play.
You saw the coach was mad about that too.
And but this offense that they have has been unstoppable throughout the season
Pretty
so far.
much.
And Green Bay came out there and they did some good work against Kyler.
They did.
As a matter of fact, Kyler was limping off the field at the end of the game.
I was surprised how well they were able to contain him. Because, Kyler usually, with those quick feet and that burst he's able to have, he's able to escape out of things and extend the plays, kind of like a Russell Wilson-esque out there as far as extending the play. But Green Bay did an amazing job of keeping him in the pocket and making him just, force a couple throws up there.
I cannot remember the linebacker's name, but he was doing an amazing job spying.
Rashawn Gary?
I think
Greg? 52?
52. I think it's 52.
Yeah.
And if you see it, if you watch some of those plays, you got the 4D lineman rushing, and he's just sitting there in whatever open gap it is. And as soon as Kyler Murray tries to take off, he's going in there and making a play. Now, he gets beat a couple times, but when it came down to it and he needed to make a play on Kyler, he was doing a fantastic job. And that changed the game for them because when you make somebody who's able to be a dual threat and you turn them into a one-trick pony, then the game is all in your favor.
It is,
right?
without a doubt.
And even with all that, Kyler Murray still drives down
still had an opportunity.
Had opportunity to win. But man, and big ups to the cornerback who they just moved up, who was able to make that
Douglas,
play because a lot of guys get that opportunity, drop the ball, and still allow them a chance to kick the field goal. He went out there and did what he needed to do.
Made a hell of a play.
Close it out. And then I see him walking on the sideline, walk right past my man Jaylon Smith, who's
swiping those swipes, man. What happened?
Who is not dressed this week.
He ain't even dressed. That is right. He didn't even dress this week.
Not dressed this week.
It ain't like he's dealing with injuries. Man. He ain't played much. Man, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it, man, but that the NFL's a business. That's the game, right? And hopefully he gets another shot and continues to get chances to go out there and show what he can do. But that's just a bad sign when you're not dressed when you're a healthy scratch. You never want to be a healthy scratch.
Never want to be a healthy scratch, and that goes to show you what the NFL stands for. It's a not very long. Or not very. I'm sorry, not for long.
Not for long.
Very long.
Yeah,
I messed that all up.
NVL.
NVL. All right, we talking about the NVL, the NFL. Not for long. I messed that whole thing up. But we're bringing in the Cowboys to this now. Which one of these teams? Because these three teams: Cowboys, Green Bay. You got the Rams in there as well, and of course you got Tampa Bay and Arizona. They're all fighting for that number one spot because there's only one team that can get that first round bye this year, and when you get to the playoffs. How do you think the Cowboys would match up against that Arizona team, seeing as though Green Bay was able to move the ball and do good things against them without their two main targets?
I'll tell you this. Thankfully, we play Arizona later in the season. When we plan on being healthy, when we have a Tank Lawrence back, when we have a Nelson Gallimore back, and hopefully they have a few games under their belt, so they're back in the game shape and ready to play. And I think we'll handle them. We saw that Arizona's run defense is not good.
It ain't there.
What we know about our run offense, it is very
it's
good.
much alive. Yes.
if you have a Zeke, a Tony Pollard, healthy Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup back, if you have if you have a CeeDee Lamb on the outside, there's nothing they can do with us offensively. Now, defensively, that's a matchup problem for us because they do have A.J. Green, they have Edmonds, they have
Zach Ertz is in there now.
Zach Ertz there, and of course they have DeAndre Hopkins. So I think that's where we have like a little mismatch issue, but with our defense being fully healthy 100%, I think we can get some pressure on Kyler Murray. I think we have the talent to be able to make some of those plays in the spy game. And I think that by that time, our secondary, who is elevating their game week in and week out, will be playing a lot better. And Dan Quinn has some doubt up for him. So I think the Arizona, for me, that's a dub.
You think we can win a shootout versus them if it came down to it?
I think we can win a shootout against anybody. Should it be Tampa in that shootout, we missed the field goal.
Yeah, that is true.
But I think our offense, I will put them up against any other offense in the NFL right now.
All right, now let's pivot over to Green Bay. Green Bay, who they shown they can win without having their best two guys out there. They transformed their whole offense. Usually it's a dink and dunk. Let's take a shot, or let's just spread everybody out. Let's take a shot here, and let Aaron Rodgers dissect the defense. But we saw a totally different offense from Green Bay yesterday. They pounded the ball well with Dillon. I did not know he had that in him. I mean, he's a bigger dude, so I know he had some thump to him, but he was punishing guys out there. He was falling forward each and every time. And then, of course, you got the explosive Aaron Jones out there, who's a threat in receiving, running the ball, whatever it may be. That guy, he's a 5-tool running back out there. So saying that, do you think this Cowboys team matches up well against Green Bay, or would you rather see us go against Arizona?
You know what? I'd rather see us against Green Bay because as dynamic as their offense can be, what we know about our offense is they're going to score. Yeah. All right. And then when you look at Green Bay, they're not putting up tons of points. They don't have that type of offense that Arizona has or the Rams have or Tampa Bay has. They have their offense to where they're going to methodically move it down the field. They're going to lean on the run game a little bit, and their defense is going to get them some stops, so they're not having to score every drive. Okay. But against us, you're going to have to score every drive. You got to. So like Arizona is that shootout type of game. Green Bay, I would see Green Bay. Now, nobody wants to see Aaron Rodgers come back here again.
Not again. I mean, he done took us out too many times.
But I think this is a different team. I think, we got a different coaching staff. We got some guys who would have more experience now.
McCarthy was with Rodgers for so long.
So I think I'd rather see Green Bay at this point than Arizona, but we can beat them both. The one that scares me are the Rams.
Yeah, that's a little scary. That's a little, because that defense, they got two of the, possibly Hall of Fame players. Possibly. I'm not, shooting the gun too early, but Aaron Donald, I think he's a for sure in there. And then you got Ramsey on the outside as well, who they moved inside at nickels so he can affect the game more. And he blitzes. He does a lot of things for that Rams team. So I'm with you on that. I really don't want to see the Rams. Hopefully somebody knocks him out before we got to play against them, but I really don't want to see him. But let's go ahead and take our first break. 16 minutes into the Players Lounge. Let's take our first break here. And we're in our SWBC studios brought to you by Hotels.com. We'll see you when we get back.
Honey, big news.
Gary, are you okay?
Oh, I'm not Gary anymore. I'm Jackie Flash.
What?
See, I want the latest smartphone, but the best deals are only for new customers. So, to get a new customer deal, I changed my name to Jackie Flash.
Okay, but the best smartphone deals at AT&T are for everyone, new and existing customers.
That's huge. Then guess who's getting a deal?
Is it Jackie Flash?
Jackie Flash.
It's not complicated. At AT&T, our best smartphone deals are for everyone. Restrictions apply. Visit att.com for details.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hey Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Welcome back to the Players Lounge. Okay, check this out. If your idea of a perfect Thanksgiving feast isn't spent around the dinner table, but instead in a private suite at the Dallas Cowboys Thanksgiving Day game with 17 of your closest friends and family, well then Hotels.com and the Dallas Cowboys coincidentally created the ultimate grand prize for you. Head to DallasCowboys.com/hotels for a chance to win a private suite, free night hotel stay, transportation to and from the game on the private Cowboys bus, and a $1,000 gift card to Hotels.com with 1 year of gold loyalty status. All courtesy of Hotels.com. Go enter at DallasCowboys.com/hotels to have the sweetest Thanksgiving ever. fan that shit.
Man, that might have been the best read this show has ever had. Right there. That might have been the best. I ain't gonna toot your horn too much, but that was a great read, man. That was a great read.
Newey, you can have that back when you come, but I'm just letting you know the bar has been set.
It's been set high. All right? It's been set pretty high, Newey. Get them calf raises in, man.
Listen, and then, leaving out of that, I got to go to this because the most important thing for us is having our $160 million quarterback.
Say it again for the people in the back.
160 M's. Having him available to play, all right? Because what we saw last year, even we were a bad team last year, even with him being healthy. But when he went down, all hope was lost.
Yeah, what hit the fan after that.
Yes, and I don't want to see that this year. I don't want to see Cooper Rush. I don't want to see Greer. I don't want to see none of that. I don't want to see how long we could last without him. How if Zeke can carry the team. I don't want to see any
none of that.
So I have the utmost confidence. That my man Dak Prescott will be healthy and will be available to play 100% to the maximum potential that he has this Sunday on Halloween. I believe he's going to be in there. I think he's going to be okay. And if I'm wrong, then I probably cut the game.
So you 100% all in. He gonna play no matter what. He playing. You ain't trying to. Well, I ain't trying to see Cooper Rush either. No disrespect, but Dak Prescott is tenfold. Cooper Rush is down here, so I don't want to see Cooper Rush. I'm not so 100% about him playing though. I'm not quite sure. I know we got the best training staff in the National Football League. Britt Brown, Jim Meyer, and them boys. They gonna do whatever to get this man on the field, but they're also not going to let this man be a hero out there. They're not going to let him be a warrior because you know how players get. You know how that competition that I got to get on the field. I got to be with my teammates. I got to lead these boys. I'm the leader. You know how that gets. And he's going to, even if he's hurting just a little bit, he's going to be like, nah, I don't feel nothing. So I'm interested to see how Britt Brown, Jim Mauer, and them boys handle that situation as far as letting him warrior it out or just saying, you know what, Dak, we love you. And we know that you're going to curse us out for this, but for your own good and for the team's longevity success, we're going to have to sit you down a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. We got such a big lead in this division, and this division is trash. I mean, Washington, Philly, New York, there's no way they're catching up to us. So
as long as we got Dak.
You're right. So to me, I think I wouldn't be surprised. If Britt Brown, Jim Mauer sat him this week, let Cooper Rush go ahead and do what he got to do. Hopefully get the dub, but I don't think we're going to get a dub in Minnesota if Cooper Rush is the quarterback. But I can see them doing that. I would like to see Dak out there, but I don't want to force nothing. It's early in the season. We got 11 games left, 14 if you count playoffs. I just don't want to see this guy being hurt and our whole season ruined just because we wanted to rush him back.
Let me paint this picture for you.
All right,
okay?
paint it.
Let me paint this picture for you. This is what I want you to go back in your mind. Okay? Back to August when Hard Knocks was coming on.
I remember that show.
How angry Dak was.
He was salty
when they was trying to hold him out of practice.
Yeah,
cursing,
he was
mad, pouting, right? And he had to let them know himself that his shoulder was hurt. If he wouldn't have said nothing, he was good because they were trying to build their relationship with him, let him know, hey man, this dude's been out for a while, he's itching to get back in, and we got to hold him back. But he wasn't letting himself get held back.
Nah, he ain't with it. He wasn't with it.
And that was preseason practice, not even the game.
Yeah.
This is a 6-1 team.
Yeah, they firing on all cylinders right now.
You know what I'm saying? So like at this point, you're coming off a bye week. He's gonna feel healthy. He's gonna feel like the best that he has. And it's a Sunday night game. It's gonna be very hard for anybody to convince him that it's best for him to sit out this game for the future because right now he can't even see that.
Yeah.
What he sees is the team is playing great. My team needs me to be out there, and this is our chance to really increase the lead in this division and solidify our spot in the playoffs and make this deep run. So I don't see it.
You don't see it?
I don't see it.
So you don't see that as being like a warrior trying to get out there? Like, I know he wants to play bad as ever. I understand. He probably can do it. But what if he just went out there and just tweaked it just a little bit? Then he's out for like 3-some weeks.
That's the game, Church.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like he could wait next week and still be in the same situation.
Caps are tricky.
And I'll tell you what's not gonna happen. He ain't missing 2.
Man, he ain't going back to back. He ain't going back to back. I mean, there was a quote, earlier. I don't know if it was yesterday or today, where he said, you know what, that him and Britt got that type of relationship to where if Britt, tells him like, look, you can't play. This is not the game this week. You can't play. Dak said, you know what, I may, give him a couple F-bombs or mother F this and everything, but at the end of the day, he had listened to Britt. So to me, I'm thinking, Britt has it. We all know Britt. He has the best interest for this team and Dak Prescott at his heart. So he's going to make the best decision for this team. I just don't want to see him rush back. But if he feels 100% and his training staff is down for it, then I'm all for it. Get up on the field and get us another dub. But if they're 50-50 on it, I say let him sit for a little bit.
Yeah, I think and I love Britt. I love the training staff. Me and Britt did a lot of work together. I was often in there on high ankle sprains and hamstrings and all that stuff. I just think when you have something like a calf, it's a little harder for Britt to be able to tell you when you can and can't go, because it's really based off how you feel. Like you have to be able to be honest enough with him to say, hey, I actually do feel it this way. And the warrior mode comes in. Hey, man, I feel it, but it ain't really that bad.
It ain't that bad. You know how competitors are.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I stretch and put some ice on. I think I'll be okay. So maybe I say something. Maybe I don't. Maybe I kind of say it's a little better than it really is. Yeah. And then you end up out there on the field, and they have really no control over that.
Yeah, so, once he's on the field, once he's between them lines, he's in them lines.
So just based off what I seen from training camp and what I saw on Hard Knocks, I mean, the dude was upset. It was visible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was salty.
Upset.
He was salty.
To the point to where people were saying, like, him and McCarthy had a bad relationship because he was so mad.
He can't reach him.
You know what I'm saying?
No
so
doubt.
I'm just like, I think it's going to be really, really hard to keep Dak Prescott out of the game, especially when they play Sunday night, so it gets a little bit more time to rest. So I think everything has been in our favor when it comes to Dak dealing with this calf injury. Going to the bye week, now we got a Sunday night game, so I think it's looking on the up and up for him to be playing.
So you think it'll be like a game time decision? It's going to come down to the wire.
It's been decided.
It's been already. What did Jerry say? Because you go ahead, whatever Jerry got said, that's what's going to happen. You know, so we got to hear all what Jerry's saying.
Jerry say everybody playing. Okay?
This is true. This is true. Let me pivot over here before we take a next break. What do you think about the La'el Collins situation? I mean, you know, he's taking reps at right tackle. He's taking reps at left guard, which he played back in 2016. Where do you see him going in this game? Do you see him starting? Do you see him being in that backup role until he gets his conditioning right, if he needs the condition? Or do you feel as though they're just saying, look, you missed 5 weeks, Steele was in there, we feel strong with Williams, you'll be our backup player. Where do you see this happening?
Yeah, you know what? Since I was out yesterday on assignment, I had some time to think about this whole entire situation. Okay. Step back and think about it. And shout out to Mike McCarthy and the coaching staff now, because it feels like they're trying to create a different culture around here.
I would agree with that.
It feels like they're saying, hey, like this is a mistake of your own doing. Like the reason that this is happening is because you did X, Y, Z to put you in this position to miss these 5 games, and the guy that came in, to replace you is actually playing really, really well.
He's doing a good job.
So you're going to have to earn your spot back, and if he doesn't give it back to you, then you're not getting it. Oh. But we're going to be able to find somewhere else for you to be at, because as you look at our offensive line, that left guard right over the center of the position,
that gap is rough.
has been leaking a little bit. So once again, things falling in place for the Cowboys, which when you're trying to make a Super Bowl run, sometimes stuff has to fall in your favor. So now you get Steele, who is unexpected to be your starting right tackle
especially after last year.
Right? And then you got a guy who you actually paid $50 million, who misses 5 games, gives you a chance to see Terrence Steele in action to show to prove that he can play. So now you don't even have to go look on that left side in free agency for somebody to play in the guard position, because guess what? You signed him.
He's already there.
He's already there.
Played the position before.
He's coming back off of suspension. He's healthy. He missed all of last year. This is things falling in place for us. All the chips seem to be falling in the correct direction for us.
Getting healthy at the right time.
So I see him possibly playing that guard position before I see him getting in at the right tackle.
Yeah.
If we see any leakage over there on the left side, I believe that they won't hesitate to put in La'el. He's going to be sitting there by the coach, dressed in his pads, ready, like, hey, coach, put me in. I'm chomping at the bit to get in. I think now that he knows he's going to be back up at either one of them, he just wants to play.
Yeah.
Football players want to get in the game.
They want to be a part of something.
Especially when you see him winning the way that they're winning, right? He wants to be a part of this team. So I think he'll swallow his pride and play that left guard spot if that's what comes open this game.
Real quickly, do you think this is more about the elevated play of Terrence Steele, or do you think this is more about the Cowboys as an organization slapping La'el Collins on the wrist saying, look, this is self-inflicted. You got to earn our trust back to be able to get on the field? Or do you think this is more about just Terrence Steele balling out and he took the job, rightfully so?
I think it just worked out, because I think if Terrence Steele's not playing well, there is no discipline. Right?
That's true.
But the fact that he is like, oh yeah, now we got a chance to actually show people we're changing the culture around this place. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, we got a guy. He stepped in. He earned his spot. You ain't getting it back. All right, you got to suffer the consequences of your actions. But we do got a spot for you at the left guard spot. All right, we got a spot. But I can tell you this: if Terrence Steele was not playing well, Leal would be starting it right now.
The Cowboys be chomping their bit to get him in there.
Nothing. The discipline was second. Yeah. All right, the discipline was second. If Terrence Steele's not playing well, Leal is our right tackle, and he was playing well there.
He was.
I have no doubt that whenever he gets in at wherever position he's playing, he's going to play well.
All right, I agree with you on that one. So let's go ahead. It's 1 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take our second break. This is the Players Lounge, brought to you by Hotels.com. We're in the SWBC building. We'll see you on the way back.
Organic pumpkin smoothies are back at Smoothie King with at least 13 grams of protein each and 5 options to choose from. It's easy to find a favorite to help you reach your goals, like the new Keto Champ Pumpkin, packed with a whopping 23 grams of protein and 9 net carbs. It's a quick and nutritious meal on the go. So order online or through the app for pickup or delivery. And power up with pumpkin and protein. Official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
The Cowboys way, where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships shows us what success looks like. Where turkey is always the second best part of Thanksgiving Day. Where we are all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans know it's our job to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way.
Copyright 2020, Bank of America Corporation.
Hi, I'm Clint Tillison with...
And I'm Jay Novacek, and we're both with...
United Ag & Turf, the official tractor provider of the Dallas Cowboys.
So, if you need a tractor to bale some hay, a mower to cut some grass, or a gator to get some chores done...
Get a John Deere at United Ag & Turf.
And then, let's get to work.
Hey, Jay, that's my line.
Well, not today.
Get to work with a John Deere tractor package that's just right for you and your budget. Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com.
Back to the Players Lounge.
DCC making the team. Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders making the team is back for another exciting season. Don't miss the new episodes every Friday at 9, 8 Central, only on CMT.
So you try to show me up?
Nah, I was just trying to. You set the bar. You set the bar high, so I just had to make sure I came up to that level as well. Nui, Monday, it's on you. It's on you. Come Monday.
So tell us about this.
CB, we got something going on in the studio back there.
Somebody hitting the mic.
There we go. All right, we good.
So I heard there was a special guest on the show this morning.
There was a special guest on one of the other podcasts, Talking Cowboys. There was a special guest. I think his name was like. B from Ohio or something like that. Can we play that for us, CB? Can we play that?
It is straight up win or lose. Pick the Cowboys, pick the Vikings, and we're going to let it happen and say it with your chest here on Talking Cowboys. B, we'll start with you. Who you got on Sunday?
Well, before I answer that real quick, I'm going to go ahead and say it with my chest, man. Isaiah, stand back.
Yes, sir.
That's you over there. Isaiah, stand back. You about to get burnt in the 40-yard dash from your boy B Church. I can't wait until we go out there and we're going to go ahead and line it up. I can't wait till we line this thing up. Yes, he's going to burn you. I'm going to burn you. Dad's going to burn you. We all going to burn you out here.
Don't do
but
this.
back to the question, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Cowboys. They're going to take this dub. It's over. Kirk Cousins ain't got nothing for us. All the muscles over there, Isaiah, you ain't got nothing for us. I'm burning you in the 40-yard dash.
That's B from Ohio. It's Barry on the phone.
That's definitely very unfair. Because nobody in there. Hey, listen here. Hey, listen here. Nobody in their right mind.
Shout out to the players.
Nobody in their right mind would ever, being that we got DraftKings, y'all would have to pay out so much money for anybody that picked Barry Church.
I can't wait till we line it up. That's all I'm going to say.
This is actually Barry on the line.
This is B Church.
Yes, this ain't B from Ohio.
What?
This is B Church, the original. I just want to let y'all know what's going down on the Players Lounge. We're going to talk about this at 12:30.
Are you in a car or something? Because
don't worry about what I'm doing, KY. Don't worry about how I'm getting it done out here. Just know I hijacked this podcast. This is B Church. Cowboys taking the victory. That's all I got to say.
I'm finished. That's it.
Yeah, you know, B from Ohio had to come represent for the Players Lounge. Man. I had to let them know. Yeah.
All right, Halloween is in full effect.
Full effect. I thought for sure they was going to recognize the voice, but I did a little Southern in there, had a little Southern charm in there, and so that kind of threw them off, man.
You did a good job.
You know, we got a little some sad news,
some somber news.
I think we just got a text from my man Nui. That Dak announced on Instagram that his grandma passed away today. So prayers up to Dak and his family, man. Hits continue to come, but they're very strong, very resilient, and you can see it throughout his entire family. So prayers up for him. Man, that is tough. That is tough, and I can only go back to, I remember Brett Favre playing the game. I think his dad had passed
a couple days before.
It is like, believe it or not, whatever you believe, sometimes that type of stuff happens. I don't care what you say. Brett Favre believes that it was something from his father that allowed him to go out there and play that way.
Yes, it
I
did.
just think back to that. So my prayers are up for Dak if he plays or if he doesn't play. Those type of things are hard to get off your mind. And this brings you back to just know that NFL players are people.
People too, man.
They're not superheroes. They're not none of that. They have families outside of this. People, like, we go through things. All right.
Without a doubt.
So lifting up Dak with everything we got, man, we'll be praying for you.
Yeah, definitely thoughts and prayers go out to the Prescott family. I know they've been dealing with a lot. The brother passing, I believe his mom passed as well, and now his grandma passed. So, definitely thoughts and prayers goes out to the Prescott family, and whatever he's dealing with, the Dallas Cowboys, they got your back. Me and McCray over here, and Nui as well with the Players Lounge, we got his back as well. So thoughts and prayers goes out to him. I mean, I know it's a tough time right now, extremely tough time. So definitely thoughts and prayers goes out to Prescott and his family.
Yep, and we, so I guess we'll move on to our matchups.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And it's so many.
Pick and choose. This is a hell of a matchup right now. Like everywhere across the board, offensively, defensively, you get to pick and choose. So you want me? I go first. What you want to do?
I'm gonna go first just because I'm still riding on my top 10 defense wave.
Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one for your top 10.
So, and it's hard for me to choose between their receivers,
man, they got two
Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, versus Anthony Brown and Trayvon Diggs. Or we got like a Micah Parsons, Keanu O'Neal versus
that
Dalvin
man in the
Cook.
backfield.
So I'm picking both of those because it's going to be interesting to see how we handle it, because I think one is based off the other.
Yeah.
If we're able to handle the receivers without getting help from linebackers and the safeties, then I think that we'll focus a little that extra attention on Dalvin Cook.
Okay.
Now, if we're not able to handle those receivers with just Anthony Brown and Trayvon Diggs, then we're going to have to lean safeties that way. Maybe get a linebacker underneath, buzzing under the flat or playing in the hook, and that's going to give Dalvin Cook a little bit more room to operate.
Without a doubt.
So that those two matchups, if we're able to win one of them and allow us defensively to help on the other, then I think it'll be good for us. But if we're not able to stop those receivers, we're in trouble.
Yeah, we're going to be in big trouble.
We're in trouble.
Because like you said, if those receivers start going off, Thielen and Jefferson, it opens up so much more, because the linebackers are going to be so concerned about getting under routes and making sure they're giving the corners help out there. All Minnesota going to have to do is do a little delayed handoff, and Dalvin Cook is going to have so much space out there to work with. And we don't want to let this guy get going. He's one of those guys like a Derrick Henry, those type of guys where you got to stop in the backfield. You can't let this guy get motoring down the field, because it gets harder and harder to tackle him. So that's going to be a tough matchup. And since you decided to go defensively, I'm going to go on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to go offensively.
What you got?
And I'm going to focus on one matchup. that we talked about earlier as far as this person, and that's going to be Terrence Steele, the right tackle. He's going against another Pro Bowl caliber player, all pro caliber type player, and that's Danielle Hunter, number 99 for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm sure they're going to line their best pass rusher up on the weakest of the two tackles. I don't think they want any problems with Tyron Smith out there, so they're going to try to affect Terrence Steele in this passing game. And he got his hands full because Danielle Hunter, he reminds me a lot of a little bit bigger Randy Gregory. He got the speed.
What school did he go to?
Danielle Hunter, I'm not sure. What school did he go to?
I thought it was Louisiana State. But go ahead.
We're going to let you look up that, but
I'm not looking it up.
Danielle Hunter got that. He got that speed off of the edge, that bendability that offensive tackles hate dealing with because he got the speed and the power. He can combine both of them. He kind of reminds me of a DeMarcus Lawrence a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a tough matchup for Terrence Steele out there, and it's gonna be tough for this offense as a whole. Because I mean, if we ain't able to drop back and pass the ball and kind of and if they force us to be one-dimensional, like we mentioned earlier about the Minnesota Vikings, then it goes into their favor. So this is gonna be a heck of a matchup out there. I don't expect the Cowboys to do a lot of help towards Steele out there because he's been able to prove that, he can handle some things on his own one-on-one. But if he starts getting beat like a drum,
he ain't getting no help.
He ain't getting no help.
Yeah, he going to get replacement help.
Hey, so Leal going to be over there. Nah, he don't need that help. No, he don't need that help.
He ain't getting no help. I'm telling you, and it's kind of unfortunate for Terrence Steele because in the back of his mind, he knows if I make too many mistakes that I'm probably getting snatched out of here.
That's the pressure.
But that's the help you need, okay? That might be the help you need. Hey, man, I know I got somebody right behind me that's ready to take my spot if I don't play well, so I got to make sure that I show up and play my A game every week. So
every week.
Excited to see you, Terrence Steele, man. I hope you ball out. Leal, I hope you actually get a shot, man, because you my LSU brethren. I help. And Danielle Hunter, take it easy on my LSU guys, okay?
Danielle, take it easy, man. Take it easy. And it's going to be a tough matchup for this defense because, like you said, they got pick your poison. The passing game is on point, and let's not sleep on their slot receiver as well. I forget his name right now, but they got a nice little slot receiver, nice tight end over there. The running game is coming alive, so it's going to come down to, in my opinion, which team can make the other team one-dimensional, and that's where it's going to come down to. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and get into these predictions, D-Man. Let's go ahead. I know Newey said his prediction on Thursday. I believe he had a Cowboys winning 36-33. So he had a shootout. He had a shootout going on up there, and I'm not sure what the spread is. CB, do you know what the spread is by any chance? We'll wait for him to get back on us on that one, but I'm going to go ahead and start with you if you don't mind, D-Mac. Where do you see this game going? What is your prediction?
Yeah, man. I got the Cowboys winning. It's gonna be a nice Halloween for us. We're rolling right now. I think we're gonna have a healthy Dak playing in this game.
Let's hope.
We're gonna have a Zeke, a hungry Zeke, ready to roll. Receivers ready to get in there, and we're gonna put up some points on these guys. And there will be another turnover this game.
You counting on that?
There will be another turnover this game, and I say that we're gonna win 34-27.
All right, dinner at what was the spot we went to before?
No,
not that one.
Because in that case, you owe me dinner already. Because you lost the last one.
But we didn't bet anything on that. That was a friendly bet.
No, it wasn't friendly.
We didn't have anything on the line.
No. We said we was gonna decide it later, and we said it was gonna be like an appetizer toward the, because you already owe me. I already owe you.
All right, so I owe you the app.
I might owe you.
This is for the full dinner.
No, I'm not betting.
You ain't gonna bet me on this?
You gonna bet every week?
Yeah.
No.
You can pile it up.
No.
You don't want to pile it up?
No.
You don't want to do that?
No.
All right.
So the week after they don't get one, that's when I make the bet.
All right. Never thought I'd see the day old D-Mac not getting the bet.
The week after they do not get a turnover, then it restarts. Then I'll bet you.
Right.
Right now,
so after this week,
you're just reaching every week. It got to be this week.
Eventually, I'll be right. Huh?
Nah, player.
Nah, player.
Not on duty.
All right. Well, since you did your prediction, I'm gonna go ahead and throw mine out there. I'm with you with the Cowboys getting this victory. I do think the Cowboys will be too much if Dak Prescott starts. If he doesn't, then I get all rights to change my whole prediction.
No, sir, you don't, because you know he's hampered. You said you're not really sure if he's gonna play right now, so you need to make your pick based off what you believe.
All right, I believe Dak Prescott will play.
Okay,
so I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Dallas Cowboys in this one. I say it's gonna be close in the first half. I think both teams will be feeling each other out, and then I think, in the second half, which we've done a lot in games, we'll start to separate ourselves. As long as we don't shoot ourselves in the foot with penalties like we did in New England or turn the ball over like we did in New England, I think we'll be just fine. I got the score 31-21. Dallas Cowboys victory on Sunday night primetime. Should be a great game. It should be a great game to watch. And, I got the Cowboys.
Just so you know, I'm opposite of you because I've seen the Vikings play a couple times, and they usually start slow. So I'm seeing us get in the lead in the first half, and then like we did against the Eagles, we get our lead, and then we take our foot off the gas a little bit, and then they start to get a little bit of the trash yards. They come back, and they make it a little tighter than it actually was in the real true parts of the game. So,
all right, man, it sounds about right. Let's hopefully we all right, and the Cowboys win, and we all right. So, look, man. That was down. 45 minutes went fast.
That's how you do it on time right there.
Nui, take notes. All right, if you watching right now, Nui, take notes. Me and D-Mac held it down in your absence. It was a great show today. I thought it flowed extremely well. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
You feel like UNC Pembroke energy somewhere?
Yeah,
I think it's a jersey. He left his jersey.
He did. Old trusty jersey over there in the vest. You know the vest. He got that Russell vest, man. Oh, man. Well, thanks for everybody for joining us for Barry Church over here, the ultimate survivor, Danny McCray. We're over here in the SWBC studios. Yeah, let me get that music in there.
All right, B.
Yeah.
All right, B.
Thanks to Chris Beam over there, our wonderful producer, Aaron in the back as well. Thanks for doing great things for us. It's 1:15. I think Mix Shots comes on here in a little bit, so thanks for joining us. We've been brought to you by Hotels. I ain't gonna forget it. Hotels.com. Thanks for sponsoring this, and we'll catch you next week.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!